Well, hello, welcome back, my angels. It is Tigra, and yes, you are here at home at Sacred Sagittarius. Angels answers all as we continue on with our second general reading for this last full week of March of this year. This is now your general love reading. I've already uploaded your general weekly reading, so please, when you have the time to do so, take a look at that. Cards are blessed, shuffled, and prayed for before all of my videos. The videos are timestamped, so this way you can note when to pass by the intro and when the reading actually starts. Hey, if you're on the fence about subscribing, a reminder, it doesn't cost you anything. Just press subscribe, hit the all notifications button, and then you become part of the family. And hopefully with your likes, shares, and comments, the content here on this channel that I do of my own free will and time and energy for entertainment purposes and for my love of being a Sag as well. And it's a beautiful hobby that I enjoy, that it will go out there to the vast community of Sagittarius. So I welcome you and I pray that you have a blessed week. So let's get right to it. As we're starting at 1:10 on the timestamp, let's clear the space and energies. Heavenly Father, continue to bless this space and all that come here for these general readings. We're now going to tap into the love reading. And as I always say, my mantra is, I do believe what the universe wants us to see or know will be shown, and what is not to be shown means it's not for us to be known at this time. Remember, with love readings, a lot of things come into factors, not just your feelings. It's the feelings of the people that love you or that you may love, the people that might love them, the people that might want to interfere in your happiness or might not like the person that you're attracted to or wants them back for themselves. There are so many variables, so you have to have an open mind. Always a personal reading that you can get, whether it's through me or someone else, will really determine what's going on in your particular story. This is just a general reading for the general community of Sagittarius. And don't forget, tap into your own intuition for the truth in your personal matters. Okay, let's start out just picking any. I'm not starting necessarily with the tarot. I'm just going to see what the messages are as I'm guided to for you for this final full week. Even though the end of March is actually next Monday, this is the last full week of March. So what is the energies for love as we go out? First message we get is from the Radiant Goddess, to have acceptance. You are an amazing goddess ready to fully understand how significant you are. Tap into your power by owning your beauty and potential, but not making any apologies for it. And you know, we need to be reminded of that. And even though it says Radiant Goddess, we're still talking about the male Saggies. You're always included, my male Sagittarians. Even if I might not say the word male or divine male, you are always part of these readings. And you too have to have your own acceptance. And don't just let yourself fall into relationships or be attracted to particular partners because you're seeking acceptance from them. Again, it all starts with self-love and really coming to the truth and the realization of how radiant and how beautiful you are inside and out. So don't let others judge and make the totem pole or make the standard to which you should love yourself or how you should be accepted. With the card of love redefined, Cupid has entered your heart this week and has awakened you to love and romance. But this time it's on a different vibration. There's a little twist. Having a newfound love for yourself has created an opportunity for you, Sagittarius, as a new chapter with the possibility of cultivating healthy relationships. So I love that the universe is supporting the energy and the messages that I intuitively give you all the time. Again, it starts with self-love. If we can't love ourselves and accept ourselves, then how are others to know how to love us or how to accept us. You have to be able to look at the mirror at the end of the day or the start of your morning saying, I love me, I feel great, I look great. Even if you don't, you're still going to empower yourself with the belief that you are. You really do have to love yourself. And if you don't, then that's where you need to do the shadow work and dig down deep and figure out, where's this hurt? Where's this pain from your past? Well, or has something happen in your life to cause this pain or this low vibrational energy in you that you don't have self-love, and you try to go out there looking in acceptance and love from others. They can't give you what you can't give yourself. So I love that for many of you who are single, love has been redefined for you. For many of us, it's been redefined for a few years. We find that loving ourselves is better than being loved by someone who's loving you, that's loving you under conditions or under certain terms or under certain guidelines, you know what I mean? And or under falsehoods. That's followed by fun and adventure. So go out there and have fun and adventure. That's what makes love fun. And, that's something that we always say as well here on this channel, that you have to keep it spicy. You got to keep the relationship just as hot and fun and romantic and playful as you started from day one. You can't let the sizzle, kind of fizzle out of your relationship. You've got to keep it exciting and playful. So it's time to play and get reacquainted with your childlike self. And when you do that, you remember the things that made you happy. You do the childlike things that made you joyful and playful. So open up to this sense of adventure and fantasy. You can extend it to your love life beyond you. And because some of you are being too serious in your relationships. You're being too guarded, okay, or too protective, or too stern, right, or too quiet. No, you can't do that to a Sagittarius. You've got to let that fiery passion in you live and explore, right, and just broaden your horizons. Jupiter, our sign, part of our sign is that with that planet, we expand, we grow. We need to evolve. We can't be boxed in. So you should be always wanting to do something different. You should be getting bored very easily because you need that sense of excitement, and you bring that excitement and zest for life into your relationships. So snap out of being, a dust bunny on the couch or just being in hermit mode 24/7 for whatever reason. Start bringing fun and adventure into your life, especially for those of you who are single. And if you're in a relationship, start bringing it into your relationship so that your partner can enjoy those good times and laughter with you rather than trying to find that void and fill it with someone else outside the relationship. At the bottom of the deck, we get the card of abundance. Money is energy, and like anything else, you want it to flow and not feel trapped. Some of you, the way how you engage with money, or you and your partner use money, and how you respect or don't respect money can put a hindrance in your relationship, okay? In every dollar that you receive, know that you are supported and that the money will flow. Don't be a hoarder of money, but don't just give it away either. And you have to set boundaries within your relationships when it comes to money, and make sure that you and your partner are living in accordance to the financial realm, right, and capability that you are both on. You should be talking the same love language and also living a unity of financial strength. Let's see what's in the middle of the deck. Well, we get the good news, some positive energy. Some prayers are going to be answered, or they're on their way to being answered. Your prayers are being heard. You have the power to manifest whatever you desire, and this is also in love, in co-creating. Some of you could be praying to have your first child. Maybe you dealt with some fertility issues, or you just haven't found the right partner to co-create with. So the universe could be sending you that partner, or maybe you might decide to go the other way where you just, do it through spiritual and physical ways, by insemination and stuff like that, where you do it outside of having a partner that per se. So I love that positive energy is coming towards you in whatever desire that you feel strong about. And I really feel it's about settling down, child making, having a family. Let's see what other messages we get. Receiving it all. You deserve, Sagittarius, to receive abundance at a full capacity. So, the universe is saying you deserve to be happy 24/7 as much as you can. Your cup should be full. You shouldn't have to settle for less. So continue to believe in your worth and trust that the universe is ready, Sagittarius, to deliver all that you desire. Open up. Let yourself open up. Let yourself have hope and faith and belief in the things you desire. The universe wouldn't put that desire in there if you couldn't manifest it or if they couldn't help you create it. So you can receive it all. It's just how you go about it and how you live through the process and become patient and understanding until you get to the finish line. We also get raising the bar. When you set higher standards for the people in your life, especially in love partnerships and unions, you create space for new levels of joy and abundance. You rise above old patterns. So don't be afraid to raise the bar. Don't feel because you're changing your standards or raising your standards based upon past relationships that you feel that, oh, well, no one's going to want to meet those standards. Well, guess what? If they don't want to meet those standards, then they are not the ones for you. Stop settling, and when it's time for you to raise the bar and let the male and females in your life who are up to those levels and on that level, they will be there to go right there with you and be on that same playing field. Those who are low vibrational or don't have the same energy and spark, or really isn't your cup of tea actually, and not your match, they will always fall below the bar as they should. In the middle of this deck, we get the key. All you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. Actions are secondary. Make the energy within your primary focus. Do not underestimate the little joys. There's a key. This could be the key to your first apartment. This could be the key to your first house with you and your partner. This could be the key to their heart or the key to your heart. So there is a key. It's just finding the right door, the right person to open that door so that love can be what you like it to be. But be careful of who you give that key to, because not everyone should receive the key of what it is that you have in your heart, because people will take advantage. So learn with wisdom and learn as you grow what doors to use your key for when it comes to your heart and what doors to not even put the key through. It's not worth it to walk through some doors into some relationships because they're just really bad hookups. We also get the message, trust yourself always, trust others once they've earned it. I love that. A reminder, like I said, don't give your key. Don't be so open to run out the gate and say I love you and give your sexuality and everything away to people so innocently without really getting to know them and what they're worth and what's their values and what is their true, meaning when it comes to you. What is their purpose in this relationship? How do they really regard you? Are you someone that they see long term, or are you someone that is just a hookup for the night or for the week, or just some arm candy for a special event? So trust yourself always and trust others only after they've earned it. Once they earn your trust, then you can start to giving them the key to your heart, and then you can feel comfortable in sharing with them, and again opening up your heart and the doors for expectancy and abundance. Let's go to the middle of this deck. We get take responsibility for your actions and emotions. That's one thing a lot of people don't do in relationships. I know we want our partners to be responsible and have accountability, but we too, Sagittarius, need to be accountable too. So before you take certain actions, like I said, don't rush the process. Give a lot of stuff to food and thought, and be very careful and slow in your dealings with people. Don't rush into relationships that can end up hurting you. Let's go to my Tiger's Tarot Oracle here. Let's go to the middle of the deck. Okay, got it to 4 cards, so we'll take them. Don't settle. You will always be in search of more and live with regrets. Yes, thank you, universe. Another confirmation and reminder, Sagittarius, never settle. I know we don't like being alone. We like to be the life of the party. We like to be in the companionship of love and friends. But sometimes you just have to be by yourself because you're better off. The peace that you have, to yourself is so much more valid and so much more important and sincere than being in the falsehood of someone who really doesn't love you and doesn't care for you. So stop settling. You will always be in search of more and live with regrets. And that's what happens when you settle. You settle, but you're settling for something that's not quite you. That key doesn't quite fit, right? It's like Cinderella trying to force her foot in the shoe that doesn't really fit her. That's what we do when we give ourselves to partners or we connect with people sexually or romantically, and we already have that doubt. Our gut feeling, our intuitiveness is telling us this is not a good fit. This is not my person. We also get someone admires you from afar. Someone is thinking of you. This could be a new person on the horizon or someone that just might have seen you in the crosswalk, or if you've moved into a new neighborhood, you've changed your coffee shop, or someone that sees you at the train station. They're taking notice of you. With the card, know that you are loved. You are loved. And we know that love isn't just from our companions. It's from the people who truly love us, our family and friends, and self-love. But know that you are loved. So again, don't settle and rely on the love of others, especially when you have a strong sense of self-love. We end my deck with you have stopped dreaming. Have you stopped dreaming? Have you given up on the hope of finding your Prince Charming or your Cinderella or your Juliet? You can't stop dreaming, because if you stop dreaming, then you stop living. And Sagittarius, you can't stop living. You got to relight that fire and get that ignition going and start up again. First with the self-love, the self-healing, knowing your worth, and then dreaming and seeing the possibilities and living your life as though they exist now. Let's go to this deck and see what we get. Nature. How about going out in nature? Maybe doing some fun camping, or again, if you like animals or plants, you can find like-minded people or join clubs. And in nature, you might find your inner voice, or you might find someone to be your partner who enjoys nature as you do. We also get thought. Some of you are giving some thoughts to things that are going on in your love life or your relationship at this time. For some of you, that thought could be dealing with balance. Here we go with balance again. We just had balance come up again in today's general reading because it has been a factor along with a couple of other keywords for our energy this month. So many of you are thinking, I want a relationship, I want to settle down, I want to have a family. Or even if you don't want to have a family, you just want to be in a long-term committed relationship. But for many of you, your travel, whether it's business travel or your personal travel, your family demands, if you're taking care of, family members, or you just have a lot of responsibilities that doesn't afford you the time to really put into relationship, you're going to try to see how you can balance it out so that you can have time to live your life and meet your responsibilities, but to also find love and give, love a chance. With the card of patience, for some of you, it's not only going to require balance, but it's going to require patience. Again, learning not to rush into situations, not to rush into love. Take your time and get it right. Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Someone who's thinking of you, or someone who's been with you or has a crush or admires you, kind of wants to approach you but can't because there's something that's missing in their life, or something that they still need to do, and they feel that until they figure out what that is, they don't want to come forth to you because they do regard you as someone that they care for, but they also know you're a no-nonsense type of guy or gal, and they don't want to come to you incomplete or incorrect. We also get, I can still feel you. Past feelings, someone who's been with you romantically already, who has touched you, kissed you, your soft touch, your romantic touch, they still feel it. They can visualize the last time you were together, or the last time, you graced their side or touched them. With the card, your words linger in my mind. The last words you said to someone that you parted with or no longer are dating or seeing, it lingers in their mind because you probably left them a real strong sense of food for thought. You gave them something to think about. You gave them some type of encouragement that maybe if they work on themselves, you might have given them some slight, hope that if they change by some miracle, there could be a chance for you. Or you gave them the gift of love and letting them know that you're separating from them not because you don't love them, but because the love is toxic or they are not where they need to be in life as a lover and an equal partner. So they could be, in other relationships, they could be replaying in their mind those words and those last conversations that you had, because I think they're putting it together now, Sag. How what you said kind of aligns with what they're doing that is not also working in their other relationships. Final card from this deck is, I thought a lot about you lately. Thinking about you a lot lately. That's one thing, Sagittarius. We are great lovers and partners, but we are even better friends. And at the end of the day, the sound advice, the unconditional love that we give people, it lasts them a lifetime. It transcends the time of our relationship with them and really goes with them into their next relationships. And as they have upheavals, as they live through their karmic energy, they are going to be missing you. They are going to be thinking about you and reminiscing about the things that you taught them or you tried to show them. So I'm not surprised, and we should never be surprised when people are always thinking about us. We get the card of romance. Romantic surprises are on the horizon. Be open up to them. I think as long as you are open up to love, you will be surprised what is coming around you. Could be a new connection. Love is the bridge connecting souls. Cherish those connections. So some of you, the bridge and the distance to love might be far. It might be long distance, or someone has to come towards you and you meet them in the middle. But there is some connection that could possibly happen if you're both willing to make it. With the card of destiny, the reunion with your twin flame is a destined event. So that bridge could be the gap that is keeping you and your twin flame apart, but you are destined to meet. And with sparks, yes, keep the sparks flying. Surprise each other with gestures of love. As I said in the beginning, keeping that energy, that fiery spirit, the fun things that you like to do, being engaged and really communicating and being there for each other and loving each other honestly, truly, and deeply really will keep your partnership alive, and also keep the boundaries intact so others can see this is not a relationship that they can try to divide. You two are solid. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Proposal. Some of you could see yourself in early spring to late June possibly getting a proposal, whether it's a marriage proposal, an engagement. There is one, and it will come as a surprise to some of you. Maybe you think your person isn't the marrying kind, or that you've never had this discussion before and they surprise you. So that's a real true proposal when you're not expecting it, right? We get to the next card of communication. Wow, thank you, angels. As I just said, communication. I want to reach out to you. Please be open to receiving the communications from me that I will be sending to you soon, Sagittarius. Your response will encourage me greatly, and I will be waiting to hear from you. So someone is looking at a blank screen on their cell phone. They are tempted. They want to reach out to you. This could be the same person or someone different who's been wanting to communicate with you, but for whatever reason, they've been holding back. Most likely because they feel that you will not respond, or that they're afraid not only will you not respond, but you might not respond. If you do respond, you might not respond so friendly. But they do want to reach out to you, and they're hoping and praying and wishing that you will receive this communication, and it will be coming rather soon. With the card of strive, I have grown up since our last encounter. So someone is letting you know. They're trying to put the energy out there for you to see or hear that they have changed. They're working on themselves. They're trying to be better. And not so much just for you, but for themselves. And they need you. Someone desperately needs you. You're maturing. You're a magnet. You're passionate. You're the queen and king in their life. They want to thank you for being there and sending them healing energy, or just being a force in their life that they've always recognized, even though they might not have treated you the best. they feel that they need you. You are the one that truly is the love of their life, or the one that they truly desire. And yes, they have remorse for the things that they've done. We also get underlying motives. Be careful. Don't necessarily, buy the Kool-Aid or taste the Kool-Aid or drink the Kool-Aid that everyone says when they come back to you saying that they miss you and that they've changed. They might have underlying motives, okay? And trust the universe. So before you go back to someone, or you take what they're saying, true to be true, trust the universe first. Pray on the situation. Look into it. Maybe get a good strong reading. If you really are seriously thinking about going back to someone that you haven't been with in a while, and they really put you through a lot, really do your homework before you give them a yes. And then allow for time and space. Again, patience. Not rushing into any situation, whether it's new or a person that you've dealt with in the past. You have to allow healing, not only for yourself, but also for the maturity and growth of the people coming into your life, whether they're coming back for a second go around or they're a new lover. What's the sexual energy this week? Fire. Some of you are in heat this month. It could be just that time for you, or you just have that notion where you feel sexy, you look good. Maybe you did a transformation in your look. You've cut your hair. Maybe you've put in some color contacts, or you've lost some weight. But you've done something physically and cosmetically to your body, possibly. Or again, it's just changing your vibe and changing your attitude, letting your hair down rather than pinning it up. And people are excited to see this sexy new look in you. With the card Estraddle, some of you are definitely going to find yourself, Lord have mercy, mercy here. Somebody's going to be like, "Ooh, Sagittarius, calm down." You're going to be overly excited and really, really sexually domineering, which might be a little, it's going to, someone's going to be like, "Ooh, okay, I knew you were spicy, but okay," But they'll be able to match your energy in time. And they have to understand, too, if you're a Sagittarius who hasn't been active in a while and you're just getting your feet back, in the race again of sex and fun and laughter, you're gonna be a little over the top. And white craving, because this is something that you've been missing. We're a very sexual sign. We love to love. We love to be in love. And when you haven't been in a relationship, you haven't been able to share that love and compassion and feel someone's touch or give a touch to someone, and our opportunity now is present for you, is something that you've been craving. So yeah, you're going to be on your wild side. At the bottom of the deck, pulse. It's just a matter of time. Stop looking at the clock. Don't check your pulse. You're all right. The moment's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. In the middle of the deck, promiscuous. Just be careful. Again, take your time. Don't just go after the first person that asks you to the dance floor, so to speak, because not everyone is genuine. They always have alternative motives. Let's see, before we come to a close with the tarot. The ride, the chariot. Somebody could be taking you for a ride, or someone can be taking you somewhere. You could be going or traveling somewhere with someone. But also this could be a sign that some of you need to take the reins and bring back in your heart with a situation and focus on the path of this partnership that you're having with this person, and learn how to go through the obstacles and ride through the obstacles in any relationship. With the Three of Swords, it's a reminder that even the wounded hearts have opportunities to heal, honor the pain from your experiences of the past, and continue to allow yourself to receive extra love at this time. Second to last card with the Four of Wands, you're reaching, Sagittarius, a higher level of love and commitment within your sacred partnership. Enjoy the harmony and joy of this connection as you share your love with each other. And then finally at the bottom of the deck with the Four of Swords, where there might have been pain or disappointment in your connection, you're being asked to step back into the energy of love for yourself, to reflect and heal from your experience. Let's just see what's in the middle. Here we go with the strength card, came out in the general reading as well. So your strength doesn't only transcend just within your general aspect of your life, but strength is a factor that you need to muster up in your love relationships. You're recognizing through the divinity and through the divine of another and with one another the feeling of essence and harmony within your partnership. Let the power of this true love renew your strength for your journey. And when we're in love and we have a partner that we feel that really loves us and gets us and encourages us, again, it's just an added bonus. We already love ourselves, but when we have a partner that also loves us, it just makes it a tad bit sweeter. So I love all these messages that we're getting for our last weekly reading of the month of March. Come on back. I'm going to be doing a few wrap-up love readings. I'm going to do an X Factor and a Karma and one other love reading to close out the month of March. And then we'll have a whole new setting and we'll do the reshuffle and sorting of the decks to start out with the April energies. Don't forget, click, like, share, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. And also a reminder that I just want to say that with my thumbnails. The thumbnails are the little, the little photographs or captions that you see in addition to the descriptions that capture your attention to a video. Sometimes you will see some thumbnails and you'll be like, oh, but I've seen that one before. Yes, you will see recurring thumbnails because sometimes I have recurring thumbnails for a weekly reading, a general reading, for a particular theme reading. So always follow the description. Don't go so much by the picture of the thumbnail, okay, to say, oh, I've already seen that, because you probably haven't, okay? So because yes, I do replicate sometimes the thumbnails, especially when I'm short of time. So always focus on the description of the reading, so this way you can know exactly what it is about in addition to the thumbnail. I just want to clarify that for you guys. Have a great week.